Hello everyone, how you guys doing? You guys going to? How they going to? Welcome back to my video session. Today I'm gonna be talking about a lot about the Nintendo Switch 2. So please do watch my video previously on the Nintendo Switch 2. What this is all about, because I was talking about native upscaling and 4K resolutions in my previous video. Now the problem here is that, which I told you a lot of things in my previous video. I don't know if anybody's bloody watching that, for goodness sake. Watch that video, because it's really important to watch it before you buy this damn thing and waste a lot of money. It's flipping too expensive. If this price keeps on rising on consoles, I think consoles will be out of the market. They'll be finished, man. I'm telling you straight. Because they're going too overpriced. There's no point buying them anymore. Because even Nvidia is selling cards, I could be wrong, between 300 to 500 pounds. I was doing quite a lot of research. I'm going to be showing you quite a lot of these video cards that Nvidia is been releasing for the desktop PCs. Okay, because I'm focusing on the desktop PC. I don't want to focus on your mobile devices. I don't really believe in them. And the thing is, it's going to be quite strange what these consoles are doing. Because in this session, right, I'm going to be talking quite a lot about Nintendo Wii U as well. You're thinking, what is that got to do with that? It has. Because he made a big mistake. The company made a big mistake with Nintendo Wii U. They are idiots. Complete idiots. I think nobody noticed that, what was going on with the Nintendo Wii U. It's something to do with its resolution and hardware. I don't care how much is sold on that crap. Who cares about that rubbish? We got nothing to do with it. We don't make any money out of that, do we? The company makes some money out of it. They want to succeed, that's their problem. I don't really care if a console succeeds or not. It's got nothing to do with us. I'm going to make something straight. Why do people get excited when a console be successful? Or games? We are spending so much money on the games and the hardware. We lose money. They're making sales because of us. Because we buy them. We buy them. That's what it is. If we don't buy them, they don't succeed. And that's what they did with the Nintendo Wii U. Now Nintendo Wii U is still one of the greatest games console. And I don't know what the heck customers done to it. Look at the follow-up Nintendo consoles, man. Oh, flipping heck. They're bloody rubbish. Nintendo Switch 1. I mean, is that console any good? That console absolutely terrible. Terrible. I'm gonna make something really interesting for you before we start all this. You know Nintendo Wii U, when it was selling on the market, yeah? Okay, it made quite a few sales, didn't it? I mean, the end of its life, I think it was around about 14.5 or 14.8 million sales. Now, to me, that number, it's quite good, for one thing. I know you guys might be thinking, how could that be good? You know what? I don't. If you look, even at the best-selling console that's sold as a home console, they don't sell that much. They're just hopeless. Come on, they're only from 100 million to 155 million. That's all it is to sell that. That's it. That's what it is, isn't it? Is there a console even more than 155 million? No, there isn't. It's terrible. How many people even buy consoles? I don't think that many people buy consoles, really. If you look at the real big picture, it's not even approaching like 250 million. It's nothing. Don't get me wrong, them sales are nothing, man. It's not even 500,000, 500 million. It's not even 1 billion. It's bloody nothing. You gotta look at the whole world. How many people live in this world, you know? I mean, it's quite a lot. They billions, man. Not millions. B for board. Billions. Now, these consoles have never even approached to 500 million. Forget about 1 billion. So I don't really think the sales are that much the way they say. And look at that Nintendo Switch. Look what happened. So basically, they were saying that the Nintendo Switch was selling each month pretty good. Did it sell that well? Of course not, it didn't. It was rubbish. Think about it. What happened in the end? They kept on about Nintendo DS and Sony PlayStation 2. It's gonna beat them. The idiotic system couldn't even beat them. It lost. Complete failure, man. It couldn't beat its own system, Nintendo DS. Oh my god. You know, this is so stupid and idiotic. How can a console like Nintendo DS sell so much? What reason? Nintendo DS is good, don't get me wrong. It's quite good. But what the heck is that at #1 for Nintendo systems? It's a flipping handheld system. It's not even that powerful. It's got dual screen like Wii U, fine. But it's not that powerful. And what's that other one? In terms of home console, Sony PlayStation 2, that's what? The #1 selling system. What? You know what? That's absolutely insane. The flipping system is not even good as the GameCube and Xbox. It isn't. It's bloody stupid. Why do people buy that piece of crap? You know what? I tell you the second and #1, DS, PS2, they have no right to be at #2 and 1 in the charts. No. I think the people who are doing these sales, they should reconsider for removing these systems. They should be removed from that number. They should be at #2, #1. You know what? They should ignore themselves. It should be ignored. But the problem is, it works on flipping sales. Yeah, it works on that. But I think they should reconsider. Even they've achieved themselves, but you know what? They have no right to be in that chart at #2 and 1. No. It's wrong, man. It's completely wrong. And I don't agree with that. It pisses me off, man. Because those damn machines are not even getting beaten by anything. Now what are you going to do now? Now Nintendo Switch 2 is out. How's it going to beat it? It's going to take ages. Look, I mean, I think Nintendo Switch achieved 152.12 million sales, didn't it? How are you going to get to that now? It's going to take time. I'm a bit wary that Nintendo Switch 2 is not going to do well as the first one. Trust me, it's not going to sell so well. Just keep on listening to this information. You'll actually believe it. What's going to happen to that console yet? You know it's going to go down. You just watch. When people know the real truth of that console, it's going to stop selling. You just watch. Sometimes what happens, when a thing launches, it achieves a bit of sales, and then it just goes down rapidly. Do you think it's going to sell even further now? Now, we're into June. What about July, August, September? How well is it going to do in them months? So when we look at from July to December, would it do well? Who knows? I mean, I really think it's not going to do well. I think that it's not going to do well. Anyway. Right. Let's start with Nintendo Wii U. Now, this idiotic company called Nintendo, don't know what the heck they were doing with Nintendo Wii U as well. Now, Nintendo Wii U, if we look at 1280 times 720, that's a 720p HD resolution. Do you know something about that resolution? Now, majority of the discs, right, which are on the Wii U console, yeah, is bloody stupid, man. I don't know how to say this, but it's bloody stupid. Because the problem here is that majority of these discs, they weren't even on 1080p HD resolution. Now this resolution is 1920 times 1080p HD, wasn't it? It's a 1080p HD resolution. Now this console is on 1080p HD resolution. If you read the description, it's telling you that the console was 1080p HD. But why were the games not even native 1080p, man? They weren't, If you look at the native resolution of these majority of games, because I had a lot of these Nintendo games, I'm just going to focus on Nintendo, because Nintendo makes the best games. Yeah, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. This is another really good game as well. It looks really good on the screen, doesn't it? Look, take a look at this. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U edition. Still one of the best Tekken games, and it's on Nintendo Wii U. Still one of the best Tekken games. It hasn't been beaten. Tekken 8, nah, it doesn't cut any mustard. It's not good as this game. No, I don't think it is. This game is far, far better. And yeah, I was saying, only one game was a native 1080p HD. Just one flipping game. What is this flipping company playing? If the company thinks that there were hardware problems for performance, then why didn't they increase the hardware in the system that it couldn't achieve native 1080p HD? Are they flipping crazy? Because first of all, in terms of the description you've given, it's 1080p HD resolution console. And then, it doesn't even play any game native 1080p HD. That's bloody stupid. Now we need to understand what is this native and upscaling stuff. So there's two resolutions on this console, 1280 times 720, which majority of the discs natively were running on 720p HD, and the 1920 times 1080, which is 1080p HD. The console's hardware was based on that, but with the system settings, you can upscale the 720 to 1080p HD. Now we're going to talk about this upscaling on the Wii U first. Is it any good when we talk about upscaling? We're going to talk about that a bit later on. Yeah. Now, when we talk about native 1080p HD, you're going to get all these things. Number one, detail. Detail means like the game originally when it releases in 1080p, all the detail in the come with the grounds, come with the buildings, come with all the lighting effects, so many objects, items, all sorts of that detail will be all in there. Number two, sharp. Okay, just like this gets kind of sharp as well. Number three, high picture quality. This is all based on native 1080p HD resolution. That's what you'll get. But the Wii U games did not even run native 1080p HD resolution. No good. Stupid. Absolutely dumb. Let's go further now. Now, upscaling 720p HD to 1080p HD resolution, yeah? Okay, we're going to go for number one, yeah? Okay. There will be detail. Now, we are talking upscaling here, okay? Remember that upscaling. So, can we really get that native detail in there? I mean, when you upscale to 1080p HD. But the problem is, it still relies on the low resolution of 720p HD. It depends if originally it was done on that resolution. Yeah? If it was done on 720p HD material. Because if it's not even done on that, then upscaling is not going to do anything, is it really? Because there's limitations there as well. Because if you're running your games on 720p HD, 720p can't do things what 1080p can do, you see. And that's going to be a big problem. If you upscale that, what do you think is going to happen? You probably won't see any difference. We'll go into that a bit later on as well. You know what? when we talk about upscaling scene in 1080p, yeah, I mean, it will look sharper. But how? It can only look sharper on large screens. You cannot get this sharpness on monitors. You know, if you got like monitors like 17, 19 inches, that's too small. You need to go over 32-inch plus screens. That's what larger screen means. I mean, it will be even better if you got something like 50-inch. You will see a great difference and you will see great sharpness on there. That is a larger screen, by the way. Okay. Number 2. Okay, the 1080p HD resolution. Improving on large screens, okay? It will improve on large screens, by the way. Now, I'm going to be honest, it won't be good as the native 1080p HD resolution. No, it won't be good as that. Even you got large screen, yeah, you still won't able to get it good as the native 1080p HD. It's the truth, because lots of people think it will be good as that. No, it's not. It won't be. No, it won't be at all. But what will happen? It will reduce things like blockiness and jagged edges. So you won't see any blockiness in there. Okay, any jagged edges will be all cleared out. That will happen with upscaling. Okay, 1080p upscaling is much better than 4K. You'll understand. Keep on listening to what I'm keep saying here, because it's wow. Check it out. Yeah, fighting style. Yeah. So check that out. Yeah. Number 3. File size may increase. You know, file size may increase. So you know the file, whatever it is, it's gonna go larger. I mean that is kind of disadvantage, because your storage, whatever you got, is gonna get used more, isn't it? So that's not very good, is it really? That's what upscale is gonna do. It's gonna mess that up. Number 4. Now the original 720p HD, yeah, resolution is heavily, if it's heavily compressed and it's low quality, yeah, then you know what's gonna happen? Upscaling will make no difference. And what's it gonna do is it could look even worse. Okay, this is, I'm talking about the actual display here, yeah, because if already it's on low quality, I mean you got 720p and it's running on low quality already, how are you going to see a difference out of that? You won't. And then on top of that, it could look even worse. It could look really horrible. That's the things that these companies don't think what they're doing when reading these things. Because upscaling could be really bad. Because if that game is already low quality, then it's going to be problems, isn't it, really? So that's all the Wii stuff, yeah? So what can you get out of, upscaling? Because I've talked about native, what the native does. Upscaling, yeah? I mean, the only thing I can say about 720p to 1080p HD, yeah? You will get detail, but it will still be focused and rely on 720p HD. It's going to be still on that, you see. It's going to come from that, isn't it, really? Well, whatever it's going to be, you'll see the results anyway. And it will look sharper on larger screens. Okay? So that's another good advantage as well. So you will see a bit of detail on there. and sharpness. Yeah. The other thing I was talking about, improving on large screens. Well, it might improve, but probably wouldn't be good as a native 1080p. Okay, HD won't be good as that, I'm afraid. But what can improve on here? Brightness and jagged edges only. That's the only thing that can happen. And the biggest disadvantage is file size may increase. And another disadvantage was when if your 720p HD is heavily compressed and is low quality, you are going to see no difference and it's going to look even worse. So that's all the stuff that a Nintendo Wii U will do. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's quite good. I mean, I don't think it matters too much for Nintendo Wii U from 720p to 1080p. Yeah, so there are some good points here. There's some good and disadvantages here. So yeah, so you understand what good stuff that the Nintendo Wii U can do from upscaling to 1080p HD. It's not bad. I think it's pretty good. The upscaling on, I would say, on Nintendo Wii U is good, but you're not getting all the stuff that the native can do in it. So whatever the native 1080p HD is better than having a upscaling of 720p to 1080p HD. But still, it's not so bad. It's still really good. Even it's not good as the native resolution. Now, let's go to Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. Now, there's 1920 times 1080. That's 1080p HD. Now, the portable screen on that, we know is 1080p HD. But we're going to talk about the resolution as well. Because majority of these games, they're going to run natively 1080p HD on the portable screen and on the TV. Do not believe what Nintendo is telling you. They are fooling people saying that this console's in 4K. No, that's rubbish. Now the next one is 3840 times 2160. That's the real 4K resolution, isn't it? That's what it is, and I think that's what Nintendo Switch 2 is actually aiming for. Alright, so that's what that is. Pretty good. As a 4K resolution, it's pretty good resolution, but is it good enough for a Nintendo Switch 2? Now let's go further. Now a native 4K, I talked about this before in my previous video, and I will talk about it again because this is a finalized video now. Okay. The 1920 times 1080 is a 1080p HD. The majority of games which are going to be released on this console will stay and remain on 1080p HD. It's going to be some of the games, they're going to put a lot of pressure into them to make them a bit higher resolution. What they're trying to do, so you know that 3840 times 2160, which is a 4K resolution. They are, right, they're going to push it further. Yeah. So, it's very difficult if this console can achieve what they're saying. Because I think majority of times, it's not going to go up to that. Now, let's go more further than this. The native 4K, what's actually in there? Now, before we go on, if you look at the game on the television right now, look, them two guys fighters. 1080p HD is much better than a 4K resolution. Just take a look at that image. It's so amazing. It's so clear. I don't know if it's the same image quality you're going to see, but I can see it myself anyway. Yeah. When you look at 1080p HD and 4K resolution, you probably wouldn't see any difference. Honestly, I don't know why they've created this 4K, but this 4K is not all that what you think. Because now if you're looking at the game on the TV screen right now, If you look at, if we had both of these games called Tekken Tag Tournament 2, one on Wii U, one on Switch 2, you know what? It's just gonna look good as this. I'll explain a bit further. What's the difference if we had Tekken Tag Tournament 2, this version on Wii U and Switch 2, yeah? And you gotta understand, it's not even real 4K, really. Now, native 4K is number one, the detail. These are native stuff, okay? Number one is detail. There's gonna be a lot of detail in 4K, yeah. There's gonna be quite a lot of detail that you wouldn't get in 1080p, yeah? You're gonna get probably that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean it's gonna look different on screen, does it? That's just the details, really, nothing else. Number two, sharp. Number three, high picture quality. These are native 4K stuff, okay? Now let's move on to upscaling 1080p HD to 4K. This is where the problem is going to arise. Okay? Now, we are talking about a low resolution of 1080p HD. Whoa. 1920 times 1080 to 3840 times 2160. What in the hell? That's a huge leap of scaling, isn't it? Looks like a bloody big joke. Look how far that number is. You're upscaling now, aren't you? You know when you upscale it. Now this is completely different to 1080p. Because if you look at the first one here, there will be no detail. No. In terms of 4K, no chance. It's too high. The resolution is far too high. But if you look at the 1080p HD, the one Wii U, you'll still get some detail. Because that resolution is not far off. That's why it works for that. But doing on the 4K thing, you won't get any. No. That's crap. The next one, no sharpness. No. You ain't gonna get that either. But looking at 1080p, you get a sharper image on larger screens or larger displays, whatever you want to call it. But on this one, you won't even get that. Nope. There's a no there as well. Let's go move further. There is no high picture quality. You ain't gonna get that. But looking at the 1080p side, it does improve the quality from 720 to 1080p. It does improve. But this one doesn't. No, it won't do anything. So there's no for detail, no for sharp, no for high picture quality. You ain't gonna get any of that. Look how terrible that is. That's no good. That's awful. Let's go move further. Okay, there's gonna be two things in this, alright? This is 4K stuff now, yeah? What the Switch 2 is gonna do? There's gonna be two of them. Number one, upscaling from 1080p to 1080p HD to 4K resolution. Yes, you'll get that. Okay? Number two, high frame rates using DLSS. That's all you get out of it. It's nothing else. The rest of it is all out. It's not great, is it really? All you're just getting just a 4K resolution and you're just getting high frame rates. You're not getting anything else. It's missing all the details, sharpness, high picture quality. You're not going to get any of that. Okay, you're not going to get any of that. I don't really even think the graphics are going to look that great. Now, if we look at in terms of desktop PCs, yeah, they've got, so Nintendo Switch 2 is equivalent to NVIDIA RTX 3050. How old the video card is. It's bloody old. Come on, man, it's a blood. Look how many video cards NVIDIA released after that. RTX 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090. Then they went to 40 series. Then there is the RTX, I think it's 4050, maybe 4060, 4070, 4080, 4090. Now it's gone beyond that level because NVIDIA has released the 50 series cards. Oh my goodness, that is the world's most powerful 4K video card ever made, man, from NVIDIA. Okay, so I think that goes from 5060, 5070, 5080, 5090. Look how many video cards they released after the RTX 3050. And this Nintendo Switch 2 is just a low powered device. It's awful. Now, even when you look at NVIDIA RTX 3050, it does the same thing what the Nintendo Switch 2 GPU is doing. It's the same thing. Because in terms of NVIDIA video cards, the RTX 3050 is by far the weakest card out of all of them. Because the next card in that range is the RTX 3060. That card is a little bit better, but I don't want to be funny. This same equivalent thing is in the PS5 and Xbox Series X as well. So what does PS5 Xbox Series X have? That's equivalent to RTX 3060. Is the RTX 3060 a good card? Okay, it improves over the 3050 a bit, but it's still not 4K. It's still not proper 4K, no. Basically, the RTX 3050 and 3060, they're upscaling to 4K cards. That's what they are. I have to say that. They're upscaling stuff. So all of these consoles on the market which are released, none of these consoles are native 4K. This includes Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, and Xbox Series X. This is just to give information before you guys think we got proper 4K in these three systems. No, you haven't. You haven't got any of that. It's just a upscaling 4K in all of these three consoles. It doesn't matter if you have a console from Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. What's a biggie? Why are people so excited by these three consoles? Them bloody average consoles. They're just consoles, man. They got no power to do all that. They ain't got them kind of GPUs, man. That's terrible. So, the real 4K starts at NVIDIA RTX 3070. And none of them have that GPU. The 3070, if you do a bit of read about the 3050, the 3060, the 3070, you will see a difference in terms of the price and in terms of the specs. Yeah, I will be talking about all of these three video cards, 3050, 3060, 3070. The epic stuff, yeah. As you know, I have been streaming on the Nintendo Wii U quite a lot now. But the Nintendo Wii U is a far better console than these. Because if we are streaming, these desktop PCs is far better. Even the Wii U can't do 4K, as if they can. Even they can't do it. They're just doing upscaling themselves. They're not proper 4K in them as well. So, out of this console, we're getting so many features out of it from the Wii U, because you're just not getting PC streaming out of it. You're getting a lot of things out of it. Okay, there's so many things out of this console you can do. Okay, because these stuff have been removed from the Switch and Switch 2. The biggest thing about the Nintendo Wii U was it was dual screen, wasn't it? Yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, it still obtains them modes of play as well. That things like exercise, singing, dancing, and party stuff, which was on the original Nintendo Wii. They're still actually in there. So it makes this console so special because you got so much things going on with it. Come on, you got a browser, you got YouTube, you got dancing, you got singing. What was the thing? Exercise, singing, dancing, party, Wii and Wii U game. These are all in this console just like that. But when you hack the system, you can do more than that, because I'm not going to go through all that. But this console is capable of doing quite a lot of things, man. I mean, it's not a normal console, I will say. It's a really good console. I mean, it's got true power, you know, what it does. So, I mean, even when we're doing PC streaming, we are playing just like normal consoles on televisions. We can do that with the Wii U as well. We can play them on televisions with the gamepad and game controllers. We can do all that on this console. We got all that feature. We can do all of that. We do not need to buy anything expensive. I mean, if a person buys a Nintendo Wii U, you won't be spending so much money. You won't be spending money like buying Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft console. No. This console is very cheap. You will able to do all of this stuff, and you will able to play the Wii on the gamepad with the remote and nunchuck. That's a good feature. And you will able to do dual screen, and you'll able to play these Wii U games that way. And you will able to stream all the old and new PC games onto the gamepad and TV. Check it out. You got everything in there. You won't miss anything playing this console. Because when I got into streaming, I was excited to see that, like, yeah, I know you can stream PC Steam, that's a good thing, but the quality thing about this thing is that we can get to play all the latest games, which are on the Sony and Microsoft platforms. We don't need to buy them. We don't need them. Because at the end of the day, you're playing them in the house as well, aren't you? In the home. You could do that with the Wii U. What's the difference? Nothing. All you just need a desktop. You just need to stream that to the Wii U, and that's it. You can play on televisions all around your house, any rooms in your house, and you can play all of these PC games using Nintendo Wii U. It's just like a normal console, really. I'll be honest with you. But when I do that, I feel that I'm not using a Nintendo Wii U. It's like you're using a proper PC on the. So you're using like a PC and Nintendo Wii U like both together. It's like that, isn't it? It's both worlds. So it's really cool. I mean, so I don't really think Nintendo Switch 2 is worth buying, really. It is complete waste of money. Because paying like near enough £500 for 1080p and upscaling to 4K resolution, it's crazy. It's silly. Come on, first of all, you're spending £500, then you want to upscale to 4K. You got to think about that slowly, what's going on, because like you're spending so much amount of money, but you're still upscaling on the console, and you're still not getting any native 4K out of it. It's just too much money for it. Nah, I don't think. I think the best way to go is to, if you want to play latest games, because PC Steam has majority of all the games anyway, and it has more games than any other console. It's best to do streaming to the Nintendo Wii U. It's far better. That's the best option to play video games, man. Like, I mean, we can play all the free games, emulators, Wii U games, and PC games via streaming to Nintendo Wii U. You get all that, man. You get everything with it, man. There's nothing missing on there. This is epic, this console is. So think about it very clearly. If anyone's buying a Nintendo Switch 2, they are wasting their money. Because even when I look at the original Nintendo Switch, the original Nintendo Switch wasn't even good as the Wii U. It didn't even have better games than the Wii U. No, it didn't. The Wii U games were far better. And then when we look at Nintendo Switch 2 and then we look at these launches, well, it still looks rubbish. The games are bloody old. They're flipping all old. Then they go on with this game called, now I've got to make another point here. Mario Kart World on Nintendo Switch 2. Another game. It's not even that good. Honestly, it's not even a good game. You know what? Go for Mario Kart 8 on Nintendo Wii U. That game is far, far superior, man. You know the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition on Nintendo Switch? That's a crap game as well. It's the damn same game, same graphics, same gameplay. And you know, all the new characters, new stages, they were all bloody boring. Honestly. The whole damn game, when they were giving you the DLC content in it, you know, the hardly any of the content's any good on it. I don't know what people are on about. They got that Mario Kart 8's got extra stuff over the Wii U. It's bloody worse. It's just worse, man. Then the Wii U game is worse. Okay, there's that one. Then there's that Donkey Kong Bananas. What they done to his flipping face? He looks stupid. He looks like an idiot. The game looks flipping crap. You know, honestly, nobody is talking about that game. They keep on about Mario Kart World, which game's not that good anyway. That Donkey Kong game is not good as Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's not good as that. Honestly, you gotta play that over that, man. I mean, you know, both of these games they released, they have failed miserably. The two original games, both of them are rubbish. Mario Kart 8 is better than Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is better than Donkey Kong Bananas. Okay, so bear that in mind. So how is Nintendo Switch 2 good? And the rest of the games, the majority of them are old flipping games, and there's some new games. I've seen some new games on there. You know what the heck they are? They go, oh boy, they look terrible. They look terrible, man. And I don't know what people are on about pre-ordering this piece of crap. You're wasting your time, really. You know what? Buying the Wii U, you'll get a lot of emulators, Wii U games, and you can get all the latest PC games through streaming on the Wii U. You get everything, man. Honestly, what's the problem, man? It's cool. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed everything I've been telling you about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm being honest with you. Please do not be disappointed what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you here. I'm a serious person that buys consoles. You know what? I have never bought the Nintendo Switch. I don't like it. I'm a big fan of Nintendo, but I didn't like the Nintendo Switch. I didn't buy the console. And I shall tell you something. Right now, I wouldn't even buy the Nintendo Switch 2. And please do not fall for that 4K. It's just an upscaling from 1080p to 4K. It's not that good, honestly. It's too expensive for upscaling. You're just spending like around about £400, whatever it is, for an upscaling console. It's just no good. It's not worth it, man. You understand? I wouldn't go for an upscaling console. Why would you want to do that? Come on, this is 2025. You want native 4K resolution. You don't want stuff like that. I mean, if it's doing things like that, I mean, I will avoid the Nintendo Switch 2. Do not buy this thing. Get yourself a Nintendo Wii U. You know, all the stuff I told about Nintendo Wii U, you will be able to do all of these things. If you are a bit unsure about the stuff you like, you know, how you hack it, how you play all sorts of other like emulators and the PC streaming stuff, watch my videos. You will know how to do it, because my videos are step by step how to do this thing. That's why I devoted my channel to Nintendo Wii U, because I can't see any console out there that's better than this console. Okay, so there you have it. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.